What's going on? What's going on, guys? So, I was sitting here thinking back to my old, high school days or whatever, you know. And there was people in my school. They had cliques, the popular kids and all that. Well, I had this person come up to me one day, and this sparked an idea for a video here. This person comes up to me one day, sees what I'm wearing, you know, my blue jeans, t-shirt, and my boots. I always wear boots. I don't wear tennis shoes. She looks at me and I had a hat on, had a fish hook in it. That's a thing for us. And this alludes to the story I'm going to tell you guys. Well, not really a story, but stuff. She says to me, "You're a redneck, aren't you? You're a redneck. We don't like rednecks here. Not in this part of the school or whatever." And I was like, "Can you get out of my face?" I was like, "What gives you the impression that I'm a redneck?" "Well, you got boots on, you got your Wrangler jeans, and you got your hat on with your fish hook and a Dixie Outfitter shirt." Okay, yeah, I'm a redneck. In case you don't know, look at the guns, man. I got guns over here. I got guns over there. You know, so rednecks. There's a lot of different kinds of us. You know what? You know what rednecks think about when they're sitting here like right now and it's quiet. There's nobody around. They're in their own little world thinking about stuff. This trailer I'm sitting in right now. If I could find a way to make this trailer float, I would never have to leave my house to go fishing. Things like that. What do we do for fun? What do rednecks do for fun? We go down to the river, we catch crawdads. Crawdads are freshwater lobsters. That's what they are. We take guns outside, we shoot stuff, blow stuff up. There's a thing you can get called Tenorite, and that is a blast. Tenorite is awesome. It's basically like dynamite in a powder, from what I understand. I've never used it. I've seen it be used, but I've never done it. And you can put that with some stuff that you want to shoot at with your gun, or take firecrackers and stuff and throw at it. And when it goes off, when it blows up, it's a massive bang. And I was like, man, if I wouldn't get in trouble here in my neighborhood, I'd get me some of that and take my shotgun or my 30-30 back there and and see what kind of fun I can have. Now, I have done that with my shotgun. I haven't used Tenorite, but I had an old PlayStation 2 that didn't work anymore, and I took that out there. Me and my buddies, Matt and Josh. Let's see what a 12 gauge will do to a PS2, man, because it ain't no good no more, and I don't want to fix it. So we just shot at it for like an hour. Like, rednecks are easily amused. We really are. But I don't know, because, I was thinking about that girl telling me I'm a redneck. I'm more of a country boy. There's differences in rednecks and country boys. Rednecks usually have the accent. Now, I don't know if any of my subscribers that aren't from the South, I don't know if y'all know or notice if I have an accent or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's kind of like when you're around certain people and the way they talk to you, you will adopt that way of talking to them. Like my buddy Josh, he's a black guy, but he's the whitest black guy you'd ever meet. That's what he would tell you. And he tells me, "Hey dude, what's up, dude?" And I talk to him like that, "Hey dude," but like Rednecks don't normally say stuff like that. Hey, man, what's up, man? What you doing, man? You know, they don't ever do the dude thing. The dude is more for what they call them city folk. But there are certain things that we say, like over there. That's the way that most people say it, over there. But rednecks will say over there. They take the th off of it. After a while, you know, I'll do that after a while. After a while. Rednecks will say, I'll do that at a while. Or I'm going over yonder. Over yonder is over yonder. I just find it funny. I find it funny how people they come down to Georgia here, they come to Mississippi, Alabama, West Virginia, Kentucky, and they're fascinated. They're fascinated by how we talk. And to us, the people that live here, we don't know that we have an accent. We have no idea. It sounds normal to us. But man, like the craziest accents I've ever heard, one of them is Louisiana. It's very distinct, and I can't replicate it with the way I talk. And then there's Kentucky. Kentucky's about like us, but it's more twang. There's the southern drawl, and then there's the southern twang. Georgia is more of the drawl. The vowels are kind of drawn out. But I think in like Kentucky and West Virginia and Virginia, when someone says, I'm going somewhere, I'm a going. That's how they say it. I'm a going over there. Or I'm going to be back here in a minute. It's just interesting to me, and I figured I'd give you guys some of the ways that us rednecks talk. The way we think. That whole, trying to get a trailer to float, that's real. We think about all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Sorry, the camera's shaking. It's cold. It's cold in here tonight because it's raining and the air's running. So it's a little cold. And I know I've had people talk to me about on my comments about rocking in the chair, and I shouldn't film myself like this. But if I sit here like this, man, with ADHD, like I will start moving. There's no control in it. It's like my body's just like I gotta do something. I gotta do it. So that's why I sit and I rock in this chair. And I do this not when I'm just filming videos. I'll do this when I'm watching movies, when I'm playing games. Even when I play guitar. If I'm standing up playing guitar, I'll rock back and forth. It's just something that the ADHD causes me to do. But man, like my grandma, man, my grandma on my mom's side. This is how country a lot of my family is. There's some things that she would say. That me as a kid, I'm like, what is that? Like, what? I don't understand what my own grandma's saying to me. And my mom would have to explain it, because I was little. But batteries. My granny would not say, I need some batteries for my radio. She'd look at my mom, can you get up here to the store and get me some batteries? I need some batteries from my radio. Because she had her little radio she'd listen to her preacher on. And then a lot of my family, by God, is a big thing in my family. My Uncle Doug, he's no longer with us. He would say that. I'm going to do it too, by God. He'd do it like that. My granny wouldn't say that. My granny would say, by crackers. And I asked my mom one day, I was like, what is she saying when she says that? And my mom was just like, I don't know. It's just something that she's always said. And then there was one other thing. Oh, when she didn't know somebody's name. she couldn't remember somebody's name. She just called him Hickey. That's that one that was married to Hickey, but she didn't know who it was. She couldn't remember the name. Then there's another uncle I have on my mom's side. When he talks about different states like North Carolina, he doesn't say North Carolina. North Carolina. They put an R on the end of it. And we do that. Down here in Georgia, our accent, a lot of us will put an R on things like over yonder, down there, which is down there, up there. I'm gonna go up there at the top of the hill and see if I can get me a deer this morning. Sometimes they don't even say this morning, they say this morning. Like they take the TH off of it. It's just funny, man. And I've had a lot of people I've met around, even Atlanta, down in Atlanta, that don't talk like that, and they're like, man, it's so funny to hear you talk, and I'm like, well, to us, we don't, like I said, we don't have an accent, we don't know. But if you go to Kentucky, man, you won't know what some people are saying to you. You have to really listen to them. It's weird. It's really weird. And it's kind of funny because people, well, the southern states, Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Georgia, West Virginia, New Orleans, don't y'all all talk the same? Oh no. There's a multitude of different accents. But the one they do in movies, like Steel Magnolias, if anybody's ever seen that movie, the accent that those actresses use in that movie drives me nuts. Because I have never heard anybody from the South talk that way. Like girls saying, I do declare. Like, what? We don't say that. I have never heard that. I think it's really, I wouldn't call it offensive to us down here. We just find it funny. Because movies, they don't exactly do the research if they're basing their movie off of a place like Georgia, And then Florida. Let's talk about Florida for a minute. I heard a lot of people down here in the South. They call Florida folk the fake Southerners. The fake Southerners. And it took me a long time to realize what they're talking about. Like fake Southerners? How can you fake being from the South? Well, Florida's a big retirement state. So a lot of people, and I'm not trying to offend nobody, let's get that straight. I ain't trying to offend nobody. But a lot of people will retire from up north and come down to Florida. And you I don't know how it goes. I've heard that people from the north, like New York City, up that way, Chicago, Ohio, they don't lose their accent. When they come down here, they keep their accent that they have. But now, if a southern person like me moves up to New York City, or Ohio, or Michigan, New Jersey, we will adopt that accent eventually. But yeah, I've always heard that Florida are the fake Southerners because a lot of people from the north will move down there and start to think that they're Southern. But I tell you this, there are a lot of Southern people, a lot of rednecks and country folk up there in New York City and up there in New Jersey, Even Hispanics have rednecks. And if you don't believe me, you can watch Gabriel Iglesias. He will prove it. Just watch one of his specials. It's the one where he's live in El Paso, Texas. Watch that one. And he will prove to you that Hispanics have rednecks too. But I just want to make a little, funny video. I don't know how funny it is or how informative it might be or whatever. It just got me thinking when I started thinking back to that girl in school. You look like a redneck. We don't have a look about us. It's just the way we dress. Like, you know, interestingly enough, when I was in middle school, I wore the whole wide leg jeans, polo shirt, so out of my element, And that at that time, if you did not dress that way, you were made fun of. Back in the from 2000 to when did I leave? 2002 is when I left 8th grade. Yeah, you would be getting made fun of. Then once I hit high school, 2003 and onwards to now, I'll wear a t-shirt like this, Wrangler jeans, and Chippewa boots. Chippewa is the only brand I'll buy because I've had the pair that I wear to work that's over here behind me. I've had them for 7 years and they're still good. And I have some cowboy hats I don't wear much. I wear those for like pictures and stuff like that. And then I have some Justin cowboy boots that I'll wear around the weekends. But it's kind of hard for me to believe that I used to dress the popular way back when I was in middle school. I mean, I wore some of these shirts, man, like fancy shirts. What we call fancy. Like polo. Polo's expensive down here in my area. But, I just wanted to make this video and just kind of, I don't know, be funny or something. Or maybe it might inform some people if you're not from here. And there is a such thing, too, as Southern hospitality. When you come down to the southern state, if you're coming from the north or the west, you will get treated with the utmost respect by most people down here. Now, there are some places here in Georgia that you don't want to go because some people aren't so hospitable. Like, there's a place about 50 miles north of here from where I am, and it's in a certain county, but all the locals call it War Woman. That's what it's called. If you go up there and you pull up to somebody's house looking for directions somewhere, but they didn't invite you to their house, you're liable to have some bad things befall you. People are like, that's not real. Yeah, it is. And if you've ever seen the movie Deliverance, if anybody out there has ever seen that movie, where that was filmed is the same place I'm talking about. And then Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds was filmed in Helen. Helen is about 40 minutes away from me. I just ordered some stuff from Helen over here, and they're shipping it to me. It's a big tourist town out here. And I go over there, once every few years. They got a lot of nice stores and stuff. It's like a German village. It's pretty cool. But yeah. I just found it funny. I was thinking back about that, and I was like, man, I've never made a video about the accent of Georgian. I don't know if I have it. Some people do, say I do. Like my buddy Matt, he don't have the country accent, but he says, yeah, dude, I can hear it when you talk. Because see, like talk, I can say it like that, or I can say I'm gonna talk, and put that that really drawn out A. That's the southern drawl. I'm gonna talk to you. And they'll say it like that. They won't say you, they'll say ye. I'm gonna talk to ye. It's kind of funny though, man. I just want to make this video and inform some people maybe, or be funny, or just be really stupid. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, you guys.